the way it works, Tom, is that all these football teams, they have names. They like kind of name, not like Bill or Ted or Harry or anything like that, but they actually come up with kind of like mascot type of names.
The Hopping Eagles.
No. We're the Philadelphia Eagles.
And the Equilibriums. I know how this goes.
We'll talk some more later. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show.
I just saw a Go Birds comment, and I was frantically trying to type "Yay Sports," but I couldn't get it in there. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, he's still working on his spelling. We'll get rid of that. Season 3, Episode 6. Not that eagle, Go Birds.
Yeah, don't believe the thumbnail. The thumbnail is wrong again.
Oh, no. What does it say?
Episode 5.
Oh, I was so close. That's my fault.
Yeah, don't believe that. Everything else it says...
Like anybody pays attention to any of that anyway.
Nope.
Hello, Brett.
Hey.
We're very excited to be here tonight. We were talking about this episode early in the week, and I was like, hey, Tom, I got my hands on some of that other half anniversary beer. I got a little of this. I got a little bit of Treehouse Christmas IPAs. He's like, nope. He's like, I got it all set. Went to Hopping Eagle, and I got a whole lineup. And I was like, sounds good, because I happen to like this particular brewery.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time at Hopping Eagle that day, and I had been there like 2 weeks before that and really, really enjoyed my time. So when I was there, like, man, I'm going to get all this Eagle stuff. And I didn't even realize until you made the thumbnail that there's an Eagles game this weekend.
There is indeed an Eagles game.
They're playing the football match.
Yes, it's going to be
on Sunday.
It's going to be a super game.
Yes.
Why don't you take a minute and perhaps tell the folks out there about your long storied history with Hopping Eagle?
Mine is not long story, but I will tell you about it. Could you roll that beautiful bean footage? Or maybe not.
No, we can't.
Oh, yay.
Did you say bean?
Yeah, like the commercial from where the dog bushes baked beans.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I
He says,
do.
roll that beautiful bean footage. It's
do.
from a commercial.
Okay.
All right, so this is Hopping Eagle's main artwork. They have some really, really cool artwork, but this is their main thing. This is painted in a big mural on the wall when you go there. Mm-hmm. They're in a really, really cool spot.
Yes, they are.
In this, like, in the basement of a silk mill, a former silk mill.
I was going to say, it's got like a kind of museum kind of vibe to me.
So cool. So, from what I do know of them, there is a really, really cool dog. The husband and wife owners, definitely younger than I am, have a really cool big dog. There's always a popcorn machine going.
Oh yeah, I have a story about the popcorn machine.
Okay. So if you go to the next bit here, this is really all the information you can find online about this brewery. Oh. They're a nano brewery in Hawley, Pennsylvania. They are within the historic Hawley Silk Mill, and they have great beers.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a super chill, very comfortable place to be.
What is
very
that?
warm and comforting.
Is that like
place.
a 10-minute drive to your house? 15?
Probably a tad less than 10.
Oh, less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like an 8-minute drive.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's super convenient. And I actually drive past another brewery to get to this one, because this one is far superior.
Is it the brewery that you always complain about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Which I happen to like. I like that other brewery that we shall not mention because you don't like it.
Tourist trash.
I think they make good beer.
Yeah, tourist trash. Okay, but anyway, in the next slide that you're going to see, I grabbed some of the menu offerings that they have.
Nice.
Because I thought there were a few on here that you might be mad that I didn't grab and bring back to you. So two of them are jalapeno beers.
Oh, I love pepper beers.
So the Can Hop and Jalapeno Pale Ale, all jalapeno pepper flavor, minimal spice, very, very low spice. It was great. I really enjoyed that one. I wasn't thinking. I should have grabbed that one for you too.
Yeah, you should.
But the Peregrine was really great. Flying Hammers was really interesting, and we're going to actually try a Flying Hammers. I got that in cans.
And it's not really like sexy or anything, a session IPA. I just like the name Knuckle Puck.
Yeah. That was actually made for the Wally Ice Fest. It was a big, like, frozen pond, hockey tournament, everything you could do on ice, like ice skating, hockey tournament,
that's cool.
hockey shots, tossing logs, like all this crazy stuff. I don't know why you should toss logs. I don't think you should toss logs on a frozen pond.
No, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, but it was this huge fest, and they were serving at the ice fest.
Oh, cool.
And that was the day before that that I was there.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, the whole thing was pretty cool. I'm sorry, that was the same day that I was there. But there you go. That was just a glimpse of their menu. And then the last picture is... Oh, wait. I'm sorry. There's two more. This is from the inside.
Yep.
It's an old silk mill. They cleaned it up real nice. The place is not a dump at all. Really, really clean and awesome. If you care, nice bathrooms. Just a really cool place.
If you see that table with 4 folks right by the window back there, that's where Petrov, Rich, and I were sitting on our little visit there.
Yeah, it's really neat. And if you, around that corner, the bar goes a little bit further
It's
back.
like a big L shape.
Very cozy. And now the last one is what you see from the outside. In the bottom right, that is the silk mill.
I didn't see any of that water behind it. We just kind
That
of
is
went down and
directly
in.
right behind. If you go, did you go to the bathroom when you were there? If you walk 10 feet past the bathroom, it comes out to that deck and to the waterfalls.
That would be very cool when it's
right
nice
there.
outside.
It's amazing.
Is there seating
Even
outside?
when it's cold out. Yeah, there's seating out there. There's all you can you free reign. You can walk around. Big deck. Very cool.
On my summer visit, we got to go back.
And it's just roaring waters when you're out there because of the waterfalls. It's really a beautiful, beautiful place. And if you decide that you want to stay in town, that's actually also a hotel.
Nice.
Part of the silk mill is a giant hotel, so you can stay right there.
I'm all about that vibe. That vibe just screams, come hang out. This is going to be good.
It's a really, really cool place. It's really neat.
I think to celebrate, we should crack a beer.
Oh my gosh! I totally forgot that we were going to drink beers.
Good thing I'm here.
So, I am starting with the Epply Island. It is their Belgian Tripel, coming in at 9.2%. And on UnTappd, I don't remember what it is, but the description slide is gonna blow you away.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be blown away.
We're gonna do description slide first or pour beer?
Epply Island.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Do not be fooled by the fancy words. This is a good beer.
I hate when they use white font on a white background.
I wish they would shut up and just serve us a beer.
Wow. Like, how much do they pay the guy that wrote that?
I'd like that job, to be honest. Yeah, 3.8%.
I guess that means I can just make shit up.
I mean, 3.8 on UnTappd. Yeah, you can just make it up.
Cool.
I'm pouring into a Haze It Forward, one-of-a-kind thick boys glass that was gifted to me by a dear friend.
Aww.
So we were talking about him earlier. Brian. All right, so let's see how this Tripel pours. Exactly like a Tripel should. I mean, the color is right. The head is just lacy and beautiful. And I can smell it from here. It's just fantastic. So there you go. Let's give that. That's a beautiful pour. It's an excellent example of a Tripel.
Smells like a triple to me. Sweet. A tiniest little hit of twang to it.
And you get, if anything, I want a touch less sweetness. But you get the tang. It's unique. Very good. Almost as if there's honey in there. Do you get almost a honey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like actual honey.
On the back end.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a...
Now your second taste is very different.
It's got a wine-like quality to it.
Yeah. It's really unique. I enjoyed it, and for people who really like Belgians, this is a unique Belgian. I mean, if you're a total purist, maybe you'd be like, it's not exactly right. But I think it's really good and enjoyable.
I wonder if Epply Island is an island in the lake.
It is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There are 3 lakes. There's Kip Island, Epply Island, and the other island. I forget which one that is.
The same guy who wrote that description named that island.
I forget the name. It might come to me.
You should have just gone with that. We had him.
The other island. So Epply is the island. You can actually pull up onto the islands when the bald eagles aren't there. Sometimes they have to close the islands down because bald eagles nest on the islands. But when they're not, you can go up onto the island and you can pull your boat right up, tie it off. On the island, they have those like parka grills, those like, steel charcoal grills. There's usually a porta potty on the island, so you can go, and there are picnic tables. You can spend the day on one of the tiny little islands in the lake.
Is that just a roll up and do it kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I honestly don't know how they empty the porta potties or anything like that. I don't know how they do it, but it gets done.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is what I would call a cold weather beer. It's designed to keep you warm on the inside.
And especially at that, what was that?
9.2.
9. Yeah, I mean that's a high percent. That is definitely a winter beer that you're not crushing these on the lawnmower, man. If you are, you're gonna have all kinds of.
Your neighbor's gonna be pissed.
That's
not grass.
You missed all the spots. Like it would be a total mess.
That's my garden.
But I enjoy that. Now I feel like before we go to the next one, we have to do a rinse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because of the powerful nature of that. But we have to get to some business here.
Like grape skins too on the nose, maybe.
Funny you mentioned that. The IPA we're gonna have is done with grape must, grape must, and phantasm powder.
Oh yeah, that's like a classic
and
combo. Nelson hops,
the
maybe.
thiolized yeast.
Cool. What business do you have, sir?
I personally have none.
I thought you said we have to get down to business.
Yeah, I thought you had some things that you were working on. Aren't you working
Oh,
on a few things?
we got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah. I'm boring. February for me is like Scout month, so I got all this Cub Scout stuff going on. But
what about the very last Sunday in February? Do you have Scout stuff on Sundays?
Sometimes the 26th.
Yes,
yes, I do.
Poop.
Yeah.
Doing a very, very great event that's near and dear to my heart. We are doing a fundraiser for a local dog rescue.
Oh, I remember. Okay, that's what I remember.
A lot of friends of the show, brewery friends, have donated baskets for raffle prizes. I know that you're going to be able to come and meet all kinds of adoptable dogs. I think she's bringing like 12 to 15 dogs.
Oh, wow.
And if you haven't been, it's at Imprint on the 26th. It's from 12 to 5. If you haven't been out to Imprint yet to visit the arcade, you should definitely do that.
So cool.
So you can come out and pet dogs. You can drink good beer. You can eat good food. You can win prizes, and you can play games.
That's a lot.
Why in the world would you not come? Unless you have something to do.
Yeah, that's our biggest event of the year. That's the Cub Scout Blue and Gold Banquet. It's when our oldest Cub Scouts leave us. They're with us for the very last time. They leave us, and they either move on to life or to Scouts. So they're no longer Cubs. They're grown up and out of there.
Got it.
So it's like a big, parents cry at the slideshow video, one of those things.
Will there be bourbon?
No.
Okay, I was just curious.
No, there's probably going to be like cupcakes and soft pretzels. That would be about it.
Okay. So I'm sorry you can't make that one. Maybe when things calm down a little bit in March, you could come out to Phoenixville to Rivertown Taps on March 10th.
Yes.
We are having a huge tap takeover the weekend before St. Patty's Day. 10 Imprint beers on tap. And our friends...
One really great stout at least, right?
Yes.
You had said at least one really great stout.
And a barley wine.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
And some other treats and tricks. So 10 different to choose from.
And that's on the 10th.
Yes, Friday the 10th.
10 on the 10th.
Love for you to come out. That'd be amazing. And then, of course, I know you've purchased your Too Hot for the Gram tickets, right?
Absolutely.
Listen.
If you haven't, you're a total moron. Go buy the tickets.
Why do I look like a crazy person? Listen, you. If you don't have your tickets for that, you need to go on Instagram. You need to go to Imprint's account. They've been releasing all the different breweries that are going to be there. Like, they've 4 different releases. I didn't count, but there's got to be over 30 breweries.
Buy the tickets, get a DD, or plan an Uber. It is an absolutely ridiculous time.
March 25th.
Yeah.
You want to be there with us because we will be tearing it up.
We won't even remember you're there. That's how great it's going to be.
Unless he gets really drunk and we can talk him into a tattoo of you.
That's all right. I know exactly where I'd put that.
Oh, bazinga! On that note, let's have another beer, Tom.
I'm so excited for this one. I love this beer. I bought way too many 4-packs of it for a guy who's trying not to drink beer. This is called Coffee Plus Cream. It is a coffee cream ale, and then above it is the name Damiani. So I wasn't sure what Damiani meant, and Damiani is the roaster, the coffee roaster.
Oh, you figured out what it meant?
Yeah, it's in the description here. So now they have good descriptions. Oh. The next two are actually really good. So they teamed up with Damiani Coffee Roasters, and this is the Ethiopian blend that they actually conditioned it on the cold side, and then added a touch of lactose to give it that like cream part of cream ale. This is the perfect beer to me. I love a cream ale.
You're funny because this I've noticed this about you over time. Like this beer is like in your sweet spot. You love these, like every time we go over to Well Crafted, you do a little happy dance about the Americano.
Yeah.
And so this is like totally your thing.
Yeah, it is an absolutely fantastic beer. I was there 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they didn't have it. And I was talking to the brewer. I was like, man, it's nice to finally meet you. Whenever I'm here, it's super busy or I can't talk to you. And nobody was there we were there like at noon on a Friday. Nobody was there. It was too early. So we got to hang out and talk to him. And
yo, Travis, I'm sorry. Travis, come up the 25th, man, in March. Come up. You got to come up for that festival, Travis.
Oh, you really should. We'll have a place for you to stay, man.
Yeah, we'll work something out.
Yeah, I got the woodshed out back.
I mean,
so
he pees in the shower.
Oh yeah, gross. Who does that? You sick bastard.
That guy.
So the Ethiopian roast, they describe it as a medium roast with a sweet profile. So again, right up my alley. It's just an absolutely incredible beer.
And you've had this already.
Oh my god, I've had a lot of it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So they didn't have it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago whenever I was up for my last weekend. And he said, but it is in the fermenter. I was like, oh. And I had to get up there Saturday. So we couldn't go up Friday. I got up there Saturday and I'm like, gotta get right there. Started a fire at the house. Got everything good. I'm like, all right, you kids warm enough? All right, I'm going to the brewery. So I had to run up there and get cans. And yes, they still had cans. So very good.
Success.
Here we go with the crack. Oh, every last drop. Oh my goodness, it's so good. I love this one. Ooh, I think that was a Game Face lager that just got popped over there.
I hear in the mix rustling around in the background.
So let's pour this beautiful coffee and cream ale. I'm going to give it a little bit of a rough pour just to see how that looks. Oh my goodness. Milky white head, nice and thick, ridiculously thick lacing, very clear cream ale color. Not crazy carbonation blowing out of there. Just the way a cream ale should be. And the aroma is just... Oh my gosh.
I mean this in the nicest possible way. It smells exactly like I thought it would.
They killed this one. And thank you so much for making this over and over again. It is just one of my favorites. So, cheers again, sir. Here we go. Would you like to try this one?
Sure.
Because... Oh, no. A coffee cream ale would be right up your alley too, right?
I was not prepared to love this because I'm not a big coffee beer guy, but this is nice.
It's the best I could describe this one is almost like a coffee ice cream flavor. It's not like a full cup of coffee. It's like a mild coffee flavor.
And you know what? The only thing... And once again, this is not a negative. This is a positive. The only thing that is beer-like about what I'm drinking is the carbonation. Like the cream ale is just kind of like, hey, and the iced coffee is like, yo, I'm here, and in a good way.
Yeah, it's so good. I really love it. But you're right. I didn't think about that. I love the Blonde Americano from Well Crafted. That's one of my favorite beers. Yeah. I would have to say that this one might inch above the Americano.
This is good.
With the smoothness of it.
It's good. It's very good.
Yeah.
I would happily...
Coffee. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink multiple of these at the bar, but I'd go up and I'd order one, and I'd be really, really happy with the one I drank.
This would be a good breakfast beer.
Absolutely. That's I was enjoying these breakfast beers on Sunday.
Yeah.
I had one, and then I had one at lunch.
There's some bacon.
And then at third breakfast, I had another one.
I think this would pair amazingly well with like
pancakes,
a cinnamon roll, or pancakes. Yeah, like a cinnamon roll or pancakes. It's just so good, ridiculously good. All right.
Ooh, nice.
So Well Crafted now has
You can click on this.
Oh, I forgot I can do that. I'm sorry to disappoint there. So there we go. I forgot we can control that. We don't do enough shows anymore. Well Crafted has Blonde Americano on Nitro right now, which I've had it on Nitro. It is good, but I still love the original. Just regular Americano.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, there you go. And tap it and it should go away. Yeah, there we go. How about that? Oh, man, I love this one. I could just drink this all night long.
Betty nice.
Mm-hmm. But it does have coffee in it, so don't drink it too late, too close to bedtime.
Ah, crap.
And if you don't like coffee,
Oh, don't touch it.
stay away.
Yeah, don't touch it. If you like the milder flavor of like a coffee ice cream, you're good. You can do that.
And is
Try-
it me? Do you feel like the coffee flavor goes away the more that you're drinking it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. I think just because your palate gets a little more used to the coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it's got that nice astringency that as soon as I swallow, it dries my mouth out. It makes me want to go right back in again.
So Travis is having a skinny vanilla coffee blonde right now.
His wife doesn't like it when she calls him that.
That's what I was going to ask. What's her name?
It's not skinny vanilla coffee blonde. I'll tell you that much. I think this is another rinser, though.
Oh yeah, you have to go from one to the other because these three beers are so very different, and I really enjoyed them all. I hope that this third stands up. I did buy it. I bought these cans 2 weeks ago.
You didn't pull what was your buddy's name from Georgia?
They're not shelfies. I didn't pull one. I didn't pull a
What
Hicks.
was his name? The Hicks.
Yeah.
You didn't pull a Hicks,
No,
did you?
no. These were right from the brewery 2 weeks ago.
What are you complaining about? The lights are still on the vending machine when I put the quarters in.
Yeah, in his defense, he was in a rush. But yeah. Yeah.
I kid, Hicks. I kid.
Oh man, God, I love that beer.
It was good.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
And the label for some reason is
Wait a second.
it's attractive to me.
Wait a second
That's
now.
what makes my mouth
Wait a second now.
Don't know why I love it so much.
What in the what? Now we know who Damiani is.
Doesn't sound like a lady's name. Are we gonna go right into the next one?
Like, bring me that label for a second. Okay. Okay, right? But is that really necessary too?
I've looked at the label several times.
This is rated PG. I can't show you what I'm talking about. Go buy the beer if you want to see what we're talking about.
They saw it. I showed them.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's overboard. That's over the top.
Yeah.
How dare you, Hopping Eagle?
Yeah, I don't know. And the other part of it, there's like, I don't know what this is. Is that is that a bear back there?
Are those thighs? What's going on?
There's funny like shapes back there. I don't know what that is on the label, but I know what that is.
Did you have any trouble finding this beer, Tom?
Nope. Not at all. Find it every time I'm looking for it.
All right. That's enough.
All right, so next, let's talk about
Please.
Cosmic Punch yeast
Yes.
and a thiolized yeast and what they're doing with
Phantasm powder.
So Phantasm powder is dried grape skins.
Powdered.
Yeah, they call it grape must, and then they powder it. And they're trying to find alternatives to hops because honestly, hops are getting more and more expensive and harder to come by. And
2 reasons. One, like it's finite. You can only grow so many, and and it's also dependent on the environment. Obviously, that's farming. The other part is the demand has skyrocketed up. So yeah, there's a hop issue there.
So they took these, this byproduct that doesn't usually get used for anything, and then they genetically modified a yeast. They develop a yeast that works, that works really good together. So it's Phantasm powder would be the hop alternative, and then Cosmic Punch is the most popular of the thiolized
yeast strain,
that works together with that.
And my first experience that I can remember with that was on our 10-7 show. And we did a deep dive into that. Matt really dropped some knowledge on us. So that was pretty cool.
But
all
that talk about Phantasm powder,
yes,
it's not in here.
What?
So the reason it's called Flying Hammers is because this beer is a collab with a local brewery called Three Hammers. So Flying would be the eagle,
okay,
and Hammers would be the
Three
winery.
Hammers.
They used fresh Merlot skins from the winery, as opposed to dried skins, but they use the same thiolized.
They use the same yeast, I guess in theory you're dealing with the same ingredients, so it should play together.
Yep.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's
Science!
It does work out very similar, and they tell you it's going to have tropical fruit flavors, and then they also dry hopped it with Citra and Mosaic hops.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a really, really neat.
So I wonder,
what
the
a cool
recipe,
collab with the
did they not do any bittering hops? Did they just use the grape and they only dry hopped it?
That would be my guess.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't get that too deep into it with them, but really cool idea.
Yep.
To be able to collaborate with a winery like that.
Yep.
Not just age it in a barrel or something, but to use their byproduct back again. Huh.
Cool. Yep. Brett's got a Screaming Eagle winery, and Travis is dropping some South Carolina knowledge.
Yeah. So grape skin powder thingy. Yeah. That would be exactly
Phantasm
what we're talking
powder,
about. Yeah. Currently, you can only buy it in huge bulk, and it's expensive. Like
Yes.
we talked to
10-7 was saying
10-7 told us about
they
that,
wanted to, like one brewery buys it, and then they reach out to other breweries, and they all jump in on it and split it.
Oh, there's a Screaming Eagle winery.
Yes.
Oh, so this is Hopping Eagle
Brewery.
Yeah, so a little bit different, but very cool.
And there's a burger joint right in between the two called Pooping Eagle.
Yeah, they could do a collab and call it in the mix.
He was just disgusted. That made it worth it.
Yeah, so it could just be Screaming Hopping Eagle. You could call it that, or just Screaming and Hopping and Screaming.
I'm just gonna
What's the picture on that can again?
I'm just gonna let you roll with this.
All right, let's crack this guy open. This is the IPA. I'm sorry, double IPA. It is 8%. Oh, look at that.
There was off-gassing
Look at
going on.
Fill on that, man. Look how full that is. I poured one of these over the weekend. It filled my 16-ounce glass like to like.
I'm glad you brought that up. I have to check in with our buddy Petrov. One of my other half collab cans, the weakest low fill ever. Like I grabbed the can and it went,
I hate that.
and I'm like,
I hate that.
and if they didn't carb it right, I'm going to be cranky.
I hate that. I'm sorry. Will you shoot back to the info page for the Flying Hammers, because we didn't address it.
Oh,
But you had it up there, right?
I did.
Yeah. We did not talk about the rating there. So it is a 4.3 on UnTappd, and I have no idea what
only 56 ratings. So it's
That's
good.
all right. But like I said, it's dry hop with Citra and Mosaic hops. Oh, 8%. So it's right in the double IPA there.
Yeah.
And did you notice it's IPA Imperial Double New England Hazy? So we'll see how that goes.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We're going to pour that guy into the Hazy 4. Don't forget, that's coming up soon, too.
Oh, yeah.
But not yet on your calendar.
Not yet.
Here we go. Going a hard pour with this guy. Let's see exactly how hazy that is. That is definitely a touch hazy.
Is it dark?
Nice. No, not dark. Nice clarity. Really pretty in the light. Nice straw color. Even a touch light on the straw color. Lacing, as expected. I got some nice big bubbles in there. I'm excited for this one.
It's got a decent nose on it. Take a snore for that.
So much grape. Like you get that grape skin. Oh baby. Of course we're all things eagle. It's the big game coming
It's
up.
the entire
man.
show tonight.
We're going for the whole enchilada.
You win the cup.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Speaking of enchiladas,
uh-oh.
you didn't answer my little question I put up on the Low X page.
What question? And what day was that?
What one of those things has to be at the Super Bowl party?
I answered that. I thought it was one thing that can't be there.
No, only one thing.
I said
gotta be there.
I said out loud to myself, "Za." Had to be.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, it was just I said it to my phone probably while I was on the shitter. I was like, "Za," because I was craving pizza at the time.
You know what tomorrow is?
National Pizza Day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't eat pizza, but what I will do is I will, in a pan, cook some pepperoni in a frying pan, and then sprinkle some mozzarella cheese on it, and pretend it's a pizza.
Can I ask why you can't eat any pizza?
Carbohydrates.
Even on National Pizza Day?
So I will tell you, one thing I've discovered, and I haven't talked about it for a while on the show. Yeah, I haven't talked about it for a while on the show. Any kind of dough or gluten or flour really makes me super sick now. My diverticulitis just incredibly painful for like 3 days.
When did that start happening? Because I have seen you wreck a pizza.
Yeah. So when I stopped eating carbs,
You reset?
my body was just like, oh, thank God this stopped. And now when I try and go back, horrible pain to the point that it's not worth eating it.
What are your thoughts on a cauliflower crust pizza?
They're okay. I make them, but I really do enjoy a real, like, I'll leave the pepperoni in the pan and let it get all like blackened and crispy on the bottom layer.
Yeah.
And then mozzarella cheese and then some more pepperoni and like some garlic powder and stuff. And it's delicious. I cut it into slices like a pizza.
You know what else isn't terrible? You can do like a squash pizza, like a squash boat pizza. No?
Yeah. They're okay. It's still not pizza.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Nothing is pizza. And, I accept the fact that once in a while when I really want pizza, I'm going to get really sick.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll be eating the fart out of some pizza tomorrow.
I wish I was too.
I'm thinking Collegeville Italian Bakery, Detroit-style pizza is the way I'm going, which is pretty freaking spectacular.
It is. It's a really great pizza. If I were to get the best of the best pizza, I would say let's go there. Although Johnny's right around the corner over in Springmount.
I don't know anything about that place.
Incredible pizza. They have a Bonta white pizza that will just blow you away. They have some really great pizzas.
I'm really sad if, I don't know, I think I posted it in Low X because two of the members are friends that know. There was a place up near the railroad in Limerick called Nino's Pizzarama that used to do a Detroit grandma pizza, and it was magic. It was bar none, my favorite pizza in the world. But one of the folks reported that they changed something about it, and it's no longer as good as it used to be.
I've got a great grandma for you to try if you're interested.
Yeah.
As you're driving through Souderton,
Yes.
you know the 20-mile-an-hour hill, and then you go back up the 20 mile, like you got to go real slow down the hill because there's always cops waiting there for
Yeah.
you. At the bottom of that hill, there's a tiny little pizza shop. They have a really great grandma pie. Really great.
I'm willing to travel.
If you're driving through one day, you could, if you're coming home from work one day or headed to work, you could detour that way.
I am curious. You can't do carbs anymore. Does that mean cheesesteaks are out now too?
So, I had a cheesesteak, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I eat some of the bread, but not nearly as much, and then I just eat all the stuff out of the middle.
And were you okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you just have to really...
I mean, I paid the price for a day, like I heard for a day, but I really do have, like, anything bread is really, like, everything is getting, it really sucks.
That does suck.
But thankfully, knock on this bar top, anything beer has not upset me at all.
What we nachos?
See, I think I'd be fine because it's like corn chips.
Okay.
So it's a little different.
So it's not like wheat carbs.
Yeah,
which are
so I
bad
think
carbs.
it's I don't know what's in bread that's not in this beer that's bothering me, but the beer I'm okay with.
All right.
So I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Well, long story short, I'm going to be eating the shit out of some pizza tomorrow, and I'll post pics on the page so you can watch me devour this Detroit-style pizza.
You didn't talk about this beer at all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What do you think about it?
The nose on it is fantastic.
I think the flavor matches the nose very closely.
Is it a little thin?
I don't think so for an 8% double. I think it's just right.
I want something more out of the body.
You're getting that Merlot grape skin in there, and I think that's what's giving you that, like it's a little thin. But it's really it's a silky smooth mouthfeel. But I can see where it's like a light mouthfeel.
I don't dislike it. I just feel like or maybe I'm just used to those chunky, hazy IPAs we drink that we just chew on the whole time.
Yeah, this one is really, really good. I think wine lovers would taste that and go, oh, I can definitely taste grape and different flavors in there.
So, Tom Ryan's got a bunch of his blueberry pale ale sitting around?
Wow. See, but the funny thing is, I'm not sure it's a gluten problem. Honestly, I don't know, but it's pizza dough 100%. Other breads really hurt, but then like beer doesn't do it to me at all.
That would devastate me. I'm a huge bread carb consumer, man.
And I haven't touched pasta at all. I don't know if pasta does it too. I don't know. I haven't touched it.
I didn't even think about that.
I just eat spaghetti squash. I don't touch pasta.
I make my own.
Your own pasta? Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I don't think it would matter if I made it or not. It would probably still.
No, I know it's the flour.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Whatever. It's no big deal.
Speaking of gluten free,
but I will definitely drink some of that blueberry ale.
There's
I love blueberry ale.
There is some gluten free brewery news in the news.
New news?
Didn't Blueprint hang their hat on making gluten free beer? Is
Really?
that how they started?
Really?
I don't know. You guys can fact check me. I think they did. Anyway, what I'm trying to get to is
maybe that's why they're
Blueprint's gone.
Yeah.
The end of this month, or end of March, they're shutting their doors. Bye-bye. And Co-ops is gone too.
Co-ops just was like, poof, disappeared.
Yeah, now I can't confirm this, but the story I heard was that his landlord jacked the rent way up on him, and he was like, I'm just going to retire.
That's a whole lot of work and a whole lot of merchandise. Not like shirt merch, but a whole lot of
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure. All those tanks and everything. That was insane. You don't just call that quits and retire.
I've never been. I was never at Co-ops.
Yeah.
Were you?
Nope. I've looked several times at the list of what they had, and I'm like, no, I have no desire to go there.
Oh, so yeah, I have another thing to talk to you about, my friend.
Yeah, that's the way I feel, Jack. Bye-bye, Blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Blah, blah.
maybe somebody good will go in there. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, bye.
Bye. And I think one of the times, at least one of the times I think I was with Jack over there, I feel like, I have my rule of 3. I'll visit breweries 3 times before I make my final decision. I visited that place 3 times. I probably had 15, 16 of their beers. And one, I'm sorry, but one, I didn't want to dump.
Every time I went there, by the time I tasted just a couple beers, I couldn't go any further, and I switched to water and said, I'm BD tonight. I'm done. I'm not, I will just have water. It was, that was even before I was a huge beer snob.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry, it just wasn't great.
Yeah, sorry.
On that same topic, you did the Percy Ale Trail?
Yes! We haven't talked about that. Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm here.
Oh,
You started at the...
fun. So we looked. There's two different sections that you can kind of hit. So you got to drive between the two. So we stopped at Free Will first because you know what you're getting at Free Will.
So can you start anywhere you want? There's no rhyme or reason?
And it was the whole weekend long. So you didn't have to do it all in one day. You could do one on Friday, 3 on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Sunday, whatever you want to do, as long as the glasses lasted. So, oh yeah, it's so good. We started at Free Will. You know what you're gonna get? Had a delicious, I think 2 different versions of Ralphieus when I was there. Probably not the smartest way to start.
Well, I think it's an amazing way to start with barrel-aged double-digit ABV stouts. I think that's a fine way to kick things off on a Saturday morning.
But I love Free Will and their stouts, so that was great. And then you run right across the street to the Perk. Now, the Perk was completely packed for lunch and totally unprepared for anyone extra to show up.
Oh no!
So it was a bad experience. We didn't have a good time.
Hey.
It's okay. It's no big deal. We looked at the menu and they had nugget nectar, and I hadn't had nugget nectar all year yet, and it had just come out. So I'm like,
Scratch that itch.
and we waited, I don't know, 15 minutes or more to get waited on, just standing at the bar. And then at that point, each of us we were at different spots in the bar, hoping that someone would call on us first. So the one end of the bar got called on. We were like, 5 nugget nectars, quick! And we got the nugget nectars and drank them and got out of town. Like, it was ridiculous.
You just check the box.
But it's really good. The place smelled great. The food looked incredible. It was super packed.
Bad timing.
Yeah, they were super packed for lunchtime. So whatever, no big deal.
Okay.
Get in the car and got driven to. I would say it's less than a mile, maybe a half a mile away. A part of Percy I have never experienced before.
Yeah?
It's up a hill. Yeah. Up a hill, and then there's like an Ace Hardware store and a Ram there. Like, I didn't even know this part of the town existed.
Okay.
So we parked at the very top of the hill and hit the Ram, which was a super amazingly cool place.
Cool.
Really, really. Have you ever been? We got in there, and we were expecting another mediocre tap list. King Sue on tap.
Nice.
King Sue's for everybody. Here we go. So we all enjoyed delicious King Sue. The food there, the menu looked fantastic. Big portions that we saw that were being served around. And they have rooftop dining also.
Nice.
So we are super excited to go back there just for some fun.
Okay.
Then just down, maybe a block from there, down the hill a little bit, was Mystic Ways.
Mm-hmm.
Mystic Ways was the coolest place ever. It looked like my
Dorm room in college?
my black light, black velvet and neon mushroom poster from Spencer's threw up all over the room. It was really crazy. And there was just lights everywhere, or black light everywhere. Everything glowed. The bar was like an acrylic pour with a river in it. It was nuts. It was crazy. There was mushrooms growing out of the walls. Insane.
You didn't eat one, did you?
I licked everything that was there. Yes.
I hate when he does that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Wait.
I forget what happened after that. I
Wait.
grew wings.
Wait. How was the beer?
The beer at Mystic Ways was really, really good.
Damn it!
Really good. Shockingly good. And they don't even can yet.
The night I went to Mystic Ways, the beer was straight crap.
Oh, it was great. We were very impressed. So much so that a couple people or one, I think my wife, it was
Somebody.
Some people decided to stay and a few people decided to stay. I think maybe it was just my wife. Maybe it was. And they decided, they're like,
Demi
I'm
just
staying
stayed there
here.
by herself.
This is my place. You guys can go do whatever you want. I'm staying right here because I'm really super happy.
I'm
It was
so
cool.
freaking disappointed. I went there with Petrov and Rich,
We
and
loved it.
and then Archer and Woody tug along, and the beer was. I was so hyped based upon everybody talking about how great their beer was. I'm not kidding you. The beer was shite.
That sucks because it was really good.
Well, it's got 2 more chances.
I asked, I was like, what cans do you have? I need cans to take home. And they're like, we don't can. We only can once in a while. So they didn't have anything canned at all to sell. They couldn't even growl or anything.
So that's 4.
So then we literally ran down the hill to get to Van Lewis, however you say it. That place was packed. 6,000 kids running around. There were more kids.
What?
It was like a daycare. The parking lot was filled with kids, stuff, people everywhere.
It's a tiny little joint. It's a garage.
The whole parking lot was filled with kids, man. They were everywhere. It was wild. And, I mean, whatever. That's fine.
No, it's not fine. Come on.
We went in and got our beers, and I did enjoy the beer. It paled in comparison to Mystic Ways. So at that point, we were like, all right, guys, we had got our glasses. When we got our glasses, we like finished and they handed us our glasses. Everybody in the place cheered. Everyone's like, yeah, you did it. We all got cheered on the way out the door. Like, it was cool.
Oh, did every establishment have glasses in case they were the last
So
stop?
every establishment had glasses, but at Free Will, they said, oh, we only have 20 glasses left. So we were like, uh-oh, this went from a crawl to a race. And then we got to the perk, and the perk was like, we're completely out of glasses already. And we're like, that's it. It's a race. This is
get one beer.
This is no longer a marathon. This is a sprint. And that's what we were doing. We were doing one beer, just so we could get the glass and then decide where we wanted to go after.
Where did you go after?
We all went back to Mystic Ways. It was awesome. So we had our Van Loo's, we got our glasses, we got cheered. It's a very cool glass. It's around here somewhere.
Van Loo's is I thought they were a solid brewery.
It was good beer, and we ran into a friend of the show there. We ran into Woody there.
I think he lives there
He lives
now.
right around.
I think
the
he lives
street.
at Van Loo's now.
But it's in his backyard, his backyard and the brewery they touch.
Does he lean out of his window and yell at the kids, "Get out of my yard"? No. Okay, all right. That'd be cool.
So
if he did.
he followed us back up the hill, but at that point we had 5 beers.
Yes.
In an hour.
Ooh, that's aggressive.
Because we were like, we have to get our glass. So it was a marathon. We sprinted. And then
That's why
it wasn't a marathon.
That's why they had 5 beers in an hour in the mix.
We had to sprint.
Well, and licking those mushrooms.
Yeah, makes you thirsty. I get it.
I think it was the orange ones. The orange ones with the sparklies.
With the tendrils.
They all sparkled. They're amazing.
This one's fuzzy.
And if you got close to it, you could hear it was like, ah, that one.
Hi, buddy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
What you doing?
But and then from there, we were like, all right, what do you want to do? We went back to Mystic Ways, hung out there for a little bit, and then closed out there. And that was the opening of the Imprint Arcade, too. So we're like, let's go to the Imprint Arcade. So then we drove to the Imprint Arcade and spent way too many hours at the Imprint Arcade.
I can see why. It's a cool place to hang
It
out.
was super fun.
Damn it. During your entire story, there was something I wanted to talk about, but I've completely lost it. That was a great story.
It was a really, really great time. We had a fun time.
I was homesick with the flow.
Yeah, that sucks. I would absolutely do that Percy Trail again, just the same way we did it.
But
maybe skip the one bar that, or if we knew we were going to get a glass, we could have planned to stop at that bar and have food.
Were there lots of other trailers that you encountered? Were multiple people doing the same thing you were doing?
Everybody was getting a card stamp.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
But we're not sure, from what we could pick up, not many people were planning on going to all of them. They were like, yeah, sure, you could stamp my card, but we're not going to go to all 5. It was kind of that. They were like, yeah, maybe we'll get there, but they weren't on a mission as we were. So
Cool.
It was great. Great job. I think it's like the Percy Development Group or whoever. Whoever's trying to bring Percy back.
But it's always fun to do stuff like that.
It was so cool. It was really, really cool. Had a great time. I think they should add in, like, all right, you got to have beer from 4 places or from 5 places, and you got to have a meal somewhere. Add in forcing me to have a meal. Would have been a way better plan.
We ate pizza from across the street at Von Lee's.
So did we. I ran across and grabbed the slice. Me and Jack and Justin, we ran across and grabbed the slice because that was at the point where we're like, dude, 5 beers an hour. I need something to soak this up.
I was going to say Percy has a lot of cool things going on. They have a Percy like Porch Fest where people are offering up their houses as venues and bands are playing. There's like the whole day you just walk across Percy and see different bands playing. Yeah, it's
Super
pretty wild.
cool.
Wow, I'm gonna have to find. Is it like you can find that stuff on Facebook?
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
All
It's
right.
like Percy Porch Fest. So
That's cool.
That is cool.
And go even if you were going up and down from the Ram down to Van Lewis and back up. Those 3 spots are a nice distance. You got the pizza shop for food. You could go up and down and be real happy right there listening to some music on the porches.
Nice.
Very fun.
So we have to go. But before we wrap up, I just remembered one more thing people have to put on their calendars. June 24th, just announced, the Lansdale Beer Fest. My friend here is doing what he always does. He goes away. He basically just disappears over the summer. And unless you go see him, you don't see him.
But I'm away for work this time. That time I'm actually working that week.
okay.
Yeah, I'm away for work that whole week.
Well,
I think I'm in
Low-X
Philly.
will have a presence at the Lansdale Beer Fest, just like we did last year. I'm working on finding a collab partner. I would love to brew the same beer we brewed last year because it was spectacular. We'll see. But rumor has it, because I was talking to one of the organizers this weekend and at our great friends, Well Crafted, had a little meet and greet. He wants to try and get me. Did you ever see Fantasy Island? You know those big giant wicker chairs with the giant circle back?
Yeah.
He wants to get me 2 of those so we can interview people side by side.
Are you going to carry it with you to the people's places? Or are you going to get
No.
the people to come to
They're
you?
coming to me.
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's a studio. It's a studio session. That was his idea. He was like, "Oh, you got to get 2 of these Fantasy Islands," and I was like, "Hey, man, if you can get it, I'll sit in it." But I'm also
You call it
working on.
Phantasm Island.
I could. I might not, but I could. And working on building a tiki bar to pour out of.
I'm sad I'm going to miss it. It sounds like a lot of fun.
You have a job, though. If I can get the tiki bar, I need you to do one of your wood burnings, a giant Low-X sign to hang on the tiki bar.
Absolutely.
Okay. And it'll be cool. So if you didn't go to the Lansdale Beer Fest last year, you missed it. You should keep your eye out for tickets and definitely get them this year because we're going to go hard at the Lansdale Beer
yep.
Fest.
And you can check out the interview videos from this past year and see what a good time it is.
Yeah, do a little
Yeah,
deep
you guys
dive
had
on
a
the
really-
YouTube
you had a
channel.
really fun
That's it.
time.
It
Yeah,
was
I
fun.
jealous.
I also have a shameless plug for this Friday.
Go.
My band Go Commando, we're playing. If you happen to be in Spring City, the Gem Speakeasy will be playing at that location.
Spring
Friday
City
night.
is that the one? Is that near Bridgeport or am I totally
Royersford.
wrong?
Royersford.
It's attached to Royersford.
Spring
okay.
City, Royersford.
Royersford. Okay. And what's the place called?
The Gem Speakeasy,
And that's Friday night.
Friday night.
What time's the show?
Time.
We go on at 9. There's 2 other bands before us. So,
Ooh, that's called the headliner, folks.
yeah, that's it.
9 o'clock,
So
Saturday night
How long
at
do
the
you think your
gym.
sets are going to be?
I think we're playing for, till 10, 10:30, maybe 11 at the latest.
That's it, you bunch of slackers.
And
Pinewood Derby. I don't think I can make that.
tickets at the door? What's going on?
Yeah, you can do tickets at the door or ahead of time.
Yeah. So get your Googles out. Look up the Gem
City Speakeasy.
City Speakeasy the Gem Speakeasy in Spring City.
In Spring City.
Yeah. Check it out. Go Commando rocks.
They're fun.
Yep.
They're really, really fun. I especially love their mashups when they pull out a mashup and you're like, "Yo, that's incredible!" I love those.
I enjoy watching Nate sing backup to 80s tunes. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we hope you enjoyed the little tour of Hopping Eagle Brewery in Lake Wallenpaupack, Pennsylvania. It's a great brewery. If you ever get up there, it is well worth your time. Some may say it's the best brewery in Lake Wallenpaupack. And I thoroughly enjoyed all 3 beers we had tonight. Thank you for doing that, Tom.
Super fun, and I'm glad I'm glad the Eagles thing worked out. That's really great. And if you're ever up there, tell me you're going up. I will come have some beers with you. We could sit by a fire. We could do fun stuff.
Yeah, maybe we should plan a Low-X adventure at Lake Wallenpaupack this summer.
Low-X shit show. That would be great.
It's just like every other thing we plan. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. If you've not already done so, which I think the 3 of you already have, please hit the like and subscribe. I don't know if you're watching this on Facebook and or YouTube, but
Fairly even.
oh, Tom says
Not
yes
all the
to both.
analytics here.
But anyway, we appreciate you. And every time I list these events, or if you're in the Facebook group, if you're not, you should be. But if you're in the Facebook group, I always create designated drinking events for you guys. It's a chance to come out, party with our whole crew. If you came up to the Kringle Crawl, you got a taste for what the madness is. We just want to keep growing the madness and keep having fun this year. So please, every time I post something about an event, come out, give it a try. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. And way to go, Hopping Eagle. We should send this to them.
Good on you. Yeah, we should. I
gonna send this
tagged
to you
I
guys.
tagged them on Instagram. But
Oh,
yeah,
very cool.
yeah. All right. Cheers, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night.